Hi guys! So we're going to continue and learn about unit prices and the better buy. So we're going to we're going to use what we just learned about unit rates and learn about unit prices and the better buy. Alright, so a unit rate is also called a unit price because it tells the cost per unit. So here I have a chart that says bottles of Jolly Juice, orange juice. So this is the container size and this is the price of the containers. So I want you to determine the unit price for an 8-ounce container of Jolly Juice. So I want to know how much is the price of just 1 ounce. So I will start to create my labels. Money goes at the top, so I know that 8 ounces cost 96 cents. So my money, 96 cents. I'm gonna add the 0. There you go. For 8 ounces. And I want to know the price for 1 ounce. So now I find the scale factor. So 8 to 1, I'm going to divide it by 8. What you do to the bottom, you must always do to the top. So now you have 96 divided by 8. So I'm going to come to the side. 96 divided by 8. Okay, and it's 96 cents, so I must not forget to do the decimal there. I'm going to add the decimal there. So now 8 goes into 9 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down the 6. 8 goes into 16 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 0. So the cost per ounce would be 12 cents. Okay. The unit price can also be used to determine the better buy. So using the Jolly Juice orange juice table above, determine the better buy. So is it better to buy 28 ounces for $2.24, or is it better to buy a 64 ounce for $3.84? So I need to know what is the cost per ounce to determine which is the better buy. So I'm going to start with the first example. Money goes at the top, so I have $2.24 and 28 ounces. I want to know the cost per ounce. Okay, and then I'm going to find the same thing but with the 64 ounce. So again, money goes at the top, so $3.84 for 64 ounces. What is the cost per ounce? Okay, so I do the same thing, find my scale factor for both. I have a 28. To get to the 1, I'm going to divide by 28. So I do the same thing to the top, divide by 28. So now I divide. 28 divided by $2.24. 28 goes into 0. No. Don't forget to type your decimal. 28 goes into 22. No. But 28 will go into 224, but we don't know how many times. I'm just gonna, let's just multiply 28 times 8. And let's see if that goes in there. That's 64. Oops, I did that backwards. Oh, come on, eraser. There you go. 64, 16 plus 6 is 22. So yes, it actually goes in exactly 224 times. So the unit price is 8 cents. So it's 8 cents per ounce if I buy the 28 ounces for $2.24. Now let's figure out what the cost would be per ounce if I buy the 64 ounce. So same thing, divide by 64, divide by 64. $3.84. Okay, 64 goes into 3. No. 64 goes into 38. No. But 64 will go into 384. I'm just going to multiply. Let's do times 5. That's 20. That's 32. Okay, let me try it by 6. That's 24. 36, 37, 38. Oh, look, 6 times. So 6 times 64 equals 384. So the unit price for this one is 6 cents. So now we look at the unit prices and which one's cheaper. Well, 6 cents is cheaper than 8 cents. So the better buy would be to buy the 64 ounce for $3.84. Let's move on to the next example. Okay. Oh, we have 2 more examples. So it says 5 friends paid a total of $43.75 for movie tickets. What was the cost per ticket? So again, money goes at the top. $43.75 for 5 friends. We want to know the cost per ticket. So 1 ticket, or I'm just going to write 1 friend, because 1 friend is 1 ticket. Okay, 5 to 1, I'm going to divide by 5. Do the top divided by 5. So down here, I'm going to do 5 and then 43.75. Alright, 5 goes into 4? No. 5 goes into 43? Yes. 8 times. That gives me 40. I'm left with 3. Bring down my 7. 5 goes into 37. 7 times. Because 7 times 5 is 35. I'm left with 2. Bring down the 5. 5 goes into 25. 5 times. So the cost per ticket was $8.75. Okay, last example, guys. At a nacho hot dog stand, you can buy a 2-ounce hot dog for $2.79 or a 3-ounce hot dog for $4.05. Which is the better buy? Okay, so let's do the first one. So let's do $2.79 for a 2-ounce, and then we'll do the 3-ounce later. So let's get the cost per ounce. So we divide that by 2. We do the top divided by 2 as well. So, oops, 279. Don't forget your decimals. 2 goes into 2. 1 time. 1 times 2 is 2. You're left with 0. Bring down the 7. 2 goes into 7 3 times. Because 3 times 2 is 6. You're left with 1. 9. 2 goes into 9. 2 goes into 19. 9 times, because 2 times 9 is 18. Remainder of 1. So we're just gonna leave it as $1.39. If we were to keep going in our division, we would get finally a 0 at the end. But we're just, for the sake of this, we're just gonna leave it at $1.39. Okay, so $1.39 per ounce for the first one. I'm gonna change colors so I don't get confused. Now I'm going to do the 3-ounce for $4.05. So $4.05. Don't forget your labels for 3-ounce. I want to know the cost per ounce. So now I divide. $4.05. There you go. So 3 goes into 4. 1 times 3 is 3. I'm left with 1. Bring down the 0. 3 goes into 10 3 times, because 3 times 3 is 9. I'm left with 1. Bring down the 5. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15 to the 0. So the cost here is $1.35. So is it cheaper to go with the 2-ounce or the 3-ounce? Well, $1.35 per ounce is cheaper than $1.39 per ounce. So I'm going to say that the 3 ounce for $4.05 is the better buy. Okay? We're done with the lesson for today. So go ahead and start on your homework or independent work. Bye, guys.